Hi everybody, it's Kevin Knecht with a couple of quick tips for you today. We're going to learn how to buy 2 domain names and we're going to attach them to your Empower Network capture page, to your landing page, and to your join page. So get set, grab a pen and paper, you might want to take some notes, or better yet, just hop onto your computer and split the screen so that way you can follow along with me here. Now I'm going to start with our Empower Network back office and I'm going to log in here so I can show you guys a couple of things and then we'll go ahead and purchase the domain names that you're going to need, and then also show you exactly how to connect them, okay? So here we go. So we're going to log in real quick. So of course, you're at empowernetwork.com/login with your username and password. Log in, start blogging. As soon as you log in, you'll see a whole bunch of things in your back office. And on a different video, we'll go through the entire back office. But for right now, what we want to do is we want to find where your links are located. And that's under My Business. And when you go down to Promotion Funnels, okay? So when you're on Promotion Funnels, we're looking for the Viral Blogging System funnel. That's what we're looking for, and it's right here, this link right here. So make a note of this. In fact, I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to copy the link address, and I'll kind of keep this screen over on the side here. I'll keep this open. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually go and purchase the domain name, because we're actually going to link, we're going to create a name such as mywebsiterocks.com and link it to your viral blogging system. And by doing that, this is the page that your people will find. But of course, you don't want to give people this name up here. So if you run into your best friend from high school and you say, "Hey, Billy, I heard you had a new business." "Yeah, Bob, it's great. Just go to empowernetwork.com/almost a secret !ID equals," right? Who's going to do that? But if you type in something like mywebsiterocks.com and it redirects, well, that's a whole different story. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you want to go, you want to open up a new browser. Let's go back to GrowRichDomainscom. And when you get onto the website, there's a box right here where you can start to shop for domain names and see if they're available. Obviously, you have to find one that's available first. Now, I would recommend something that's going to be somewhat enticing to your subscribers. You know, for example, Melissa and I own workwithtopEarners.com. Now, obviously, we can't show you that because it's already purchased, so I'll just add a 123 on the end of it. Now, a couple of things on here. We're going to search and see if it's available. And it is available. Now, while you're looking for URLs, I want to give you a couple of quick tips here. Let's say that let me just show you some examples that I know are not available. So let's just type in, let's say you thought of workwithtopEarners.com and you went to search for it. And by searching for it, you realize, oh, it's already taken. Well, you don't want to buy workwithtopEarners.net, because when you give out that URL, a lot of people by default will end up going to .com. So they'll actually end up on our website, which will be great for us, but probably not so good for you. So it's critical when you see if something's taken, see if it's available, but see what the competition is out there, for example. I would also be careful to stay away from like the letter R, like we are topearners.com, because we are is different than we are. You see what I mean? Or this is for you. I wouldn't recommend that because it could be, well, is it for you? You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind as you're coming up with a URL. You want to keep it simple. You want to keep words that are easy to spell and easy to remember, okay? So there's probably another lesson somewhere to teach on that, but right now we're just showing you the nuts and bolts of how to buy the domain name. So let's say this is going to be the domain name. So let's go and purchase this. Let's add this to the cart. And by doing so, it's going to, this system's going to ask you to upsell. Do you want to buy these other URLs, which I wouldn't recommend. You can always buy them later. But for now, we're going to continue to checkout. And we're actually going to buy 2 domain names. So, you can do it one step at a time, or you can do 2 in a row here. Let's just finish this one out first here. You don't need any of this, so continue. We don't need anything here. Now you're going to go flash through these, and it's going to review your current order. So we've got Work with Top Earners 1, 2, 3, and it's going to ask you, keep my personal info public or make my domain private for $9 a year. And you want to make your domain private for $9 a year. Now there's a reason for that. The reason is because, well, somebody can actually look up your URL, who the domain owner is, if it's public, and then be able to get your private address off of there. So I would recommend privatizing that to make it more difficult for somebody to find your actual, billing address. I wouldn't recommend you just keep it public, okay? So spend the extra $9. It's definitely worth it. Now, what I'm going to do here is go back for the second domain name, right? Because you want to have 2 domain names. Actually, it's the same thing, but I'm not going to go back and do that. But here, remember, you want to buy 2 domain names, one for your capture page and one for your join page. Now, Kevin, what's my join page? Okay, good question. Your join page is when somebody's ready to join Empower Network. Let's say you run into Billy again, and your name's Bob or whatever, I don't even remember. And Billy's like, hey, I've been watching you on the website. Bob, I'm ready to start. Where do I go? Now, I tell people to go to our start page. Our start page is called startempowernow.com, and it actually redirects to the Empower Network start page, which is, oh, you know what? I'm logged in here, so I can't. Let me do this real quick. Let me log out here and try that again. All right, just bear with me here for a second. If I go to startempowernow.com, it's going to take me to my join page. It's going to take me here. Now, see how this says empowernetwork.com/join? And then down here, you'll scroll through and it'll see, it says, you know, Kevin and Melissa Knecht. So this is a way to make it easy. But if I just give this person the join, what the URL doesn't do up here is it actually has a question mark ID equals Kevin Knecht. That's the actual URL, which is pretty technical, right? If you try to give that to somebody when they're ready to join, it's going to get messed up in the process. And the truth be told, if this part gets typed in incorrectly, it defaults to Dave and Dave. So, you know, if you type my name wrong in there or something like that, or you try to join my team, it's not going to work. So make sure you have this URL. So I'm going to paste this over here so we have this, because we're going to need this in a couple of minutes. The join page, I'll put it right there, okay? So there's the actual join page, and we'll just keep that aside. We'll need that in a couple of minutes. And the landing page, I'm going to show you guys now. I showed you that previously, right? I showed you where it was. I have to log back in now. So we've got the join page here, the landing page. Let me go back to that. Let me get back into the Empower Network back office, okay? So I'm going to log back in. I'm going to go back to where the funnels were. Remember where that was? We go to My Business. Then we're going to go to Promotion Funnels. And this link right here, I can copy this link over here, save link as copy link address. I'm just going to stick that over here. Okay? And we'll keep that here for just a second. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and purchase those domains, right? So of course, you know, if you're doing this on your screen, you'll actually make the purchase here, proceed to checkout, and then you'll actually have your own back office. And let me show you what your back office will look like here. So once you check out, okay, you'll actually set up a username or a password and all of that stuff. So once you have all that, you'll have your own back office. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into your GrowRichDomainscom back office. Or if you're with GoDaddy, it's the same back office, right? So here I log in with the username and password. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the password in here. Give me a second here. There's a way to kind of, it's already saved down here. So I'm going to log back in here. And you'll get to see the list of URLs that we have. Now here's our list of domains right now. So let's say, for example, I'll use 7-figure family right here. Okay, so you can actually go to domain names, my domain names, and one of our domain names, for example, is 7-figure family. So let's say I want to put that into my capture page. Remember what we had back here? Let's say I want to give people 7figurefamily.com and they'll end up on this page, right? So here's how you do that. Right back here under domains. And by the way, if this is too complicated for you, you can call up GrowRichDomains. They actually have a customer service who will help you. And all you have to do is give them these 2 URLs right here. empowernetwork.com/almostasecret ? ID equals. Now obviously your user ID you would use, not ours, right? Let me just put that there. It's easier to see that way. So you can actually get on the phone with the customer service and give them that URL. But I'll show you how to do this, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to 7-figure family. We're going to click on this, and we're going to go to forwarding, which is down here. So we're going to go to manage. Now actually I have this forwarded somewhere else right now, but I'll just do this for the example right here. Update forwarding. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this URL that I have over here. I'm going to copy this URL. I'm going to stick it right here. Now I've got to go back and take the HTTP part out of it. Okay? See what I'm doing here? So now what I'm doing here is I'm redirecting this. So edit, and now we've got to make sure we save it. Now this will actually take about sometimes 15 to 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Now one other thing for you techies on here, I don't know if you noticed I skipped over the masking part. There's a thing called masking where you can mask the domain name. Don't use masking. It's going to mess up the forwarding with Empower Network, and your leads may go to somebody else. So don't use masking, okay? So that's how you actually forward the URL. Now you need two of them, one for your landing page, and remember, you've got to purchase another domain name for your join page. So the join page, you want to have, like I said earlier, now let me go back here and log out of this so I can show you again how this works. And this may actually work in this time frame. Okay, I've got some things coming up here. I better wrap this video up soon, right? So for example, my join page is startempowernow.com. So you want to use something like that, get started with Bob, get started with Billy, start with Bob, start with Billy. So mine just is startempowernow.com. Now see what happens on the screen up here? It redirects, and I left the masking off for this. And again, it goes right to my join page, and go down here, it goes to Kevin and Melissa, so that way when people are looking to find us, they'll get started. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. I went through that pretty quickly. So again, what we did on this video is we showed you how to buy 2 domain names. You'll need 2 of them. One for your capture page, which we showed up here earlier. Now if I type in 7-figure family, I don't know if it's going to redirect that quickly. Let's see. No, it's still going to the old one. And we'll show you how to make We'll show you how to make capture pages like this in another video. But for now, let's get you started. Let's get you up and running. Get the 2 capture pages from GrowRichDomainscom, forward the EN pages, and if you have any problems doing this, here's the customer support number right here. You can dial 480-624-2500. They're 24/7 around the world. They'll be happy to help you, and they'll understand this lingo of how to forward, and you can give them this exact domain name. Okay? So that's all I have for now. It's Kevin Knecht. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon on another video. Bye for now.